Hey y'all. Hi. Welcome back to Community Time. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Ciao. I am here. I'm here and I'm happy to be here and I'm happy that you guys are here. If you are new or just tuning in or watching the broadcast, the rebroadcast, the replay, welcome to the Beauty and Brains Community Time, a weekly live interactive YouTube show where like-minded professional school students and young adults can network, exchange advice, and take a break away from our studies and busy lives for community connection, peer mentorship, and encouragement. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to start off by sharing my verse of the day, and I want to encourage you all to talk back to me in the chat. Let me know where you are watching from, what's going on in your life. Give me all of the good news. Give me all of the good energy. What's going on in your life this week? Spill the tea. All right. Oh, before we get started, we have to do our community time prayer. Let's do the prayer, and then I'll do my verse of the day, and then we can chat and spill the tea about everything that's going on in your lives, in my life, and all the things. All right, let's pray. Heavenly Father, as we gather here today on this platform of the Beauty and Brains Community Time, we come before you with gratitude and open hearts. We recognize the power of community, connection, and the exchange of wisdom, and we seek your guidance and blessings for this gathering. We thank you for bringing us together and ask that you may grant us the wisdom to be kind and compassionate mentors to one another, to uplift and support our fellow community members in their pursuits, and to celebrate their successes as if they were our own. In times of doubt or uncertainty, may the Beauty and Brains Community Time be a place of solace and encouragement, a reminder that we are not alone in our journeys. We ask for your protection over this community, both online and offline, and may it thrive, grow, and make a positive impact on the lives of all of those who participate. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Okay, so y'all are real quiet in the chat today, and I will not allow it. I won't have it. Y'all better be speaking back to me because we got some things to talk about. We got some things to get into. But first, let me get into the verse of the day, and then we'll chat about everything. Today's verse of the day is Matthew 11:28 through 30. And it reads, "Then Jesus said, 'Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest with your souls, for your souls. For my yoke is easy to bear, and the burden I give you is light.'" I love this verse. I feel like this is definitely something that I consistently pray on. I won't say I'm really big, but I'm trying to be better at praying verses, using verses in my prayers, because it's God's word. And so sometimes when I'm just talking to God and I'm either complaining or it's oh, this is going on, blah, 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 I will ask him to take this yoke. Hey, you take this burden, because I'm your yoke is easy. Take this burden from me, because your word says that you would. So I will say right now, as we transition into the community update, starting with myself, life is good. Life is great. No complaints, but life is also lifing. I feel so overwhelmed and busy with life. It's all good things, but I just, how sometimes you just feel a little ooh, the calendar is looking real thick. I think because, as you guys know, if you've been following me on Instagram, the podcast premiere is today. It's tonight. It's right after this community time. So I know that I mentioned, oh, is this thing really loud? 1, 2, 3. Mic check, mic check. Okay, sorry. I just looked at my thing and I saw that it was in the red. Let me know if the audio is okay for you guys, because I know that we're still figuring out the audio. I won't lie. I put away the community time and I haven't pulled this back out to change things since the last time, because I've had a lot of content creator stuff to do in the meantime, filming 2 podcasts for you guys. Okay, so I really, in my mind, I said, okay, I want the podcast to come out starting back in January. I'm going to do one once a month, and I'm going to do it on the last day of every month. And the reason why, oh, thank you so much. I just put on this quick little beat for you guys. Since my hair is not done, I was we gotta put a little bit something on the face, because I wasn't about to be out here looking crazy on the internet forever. Anyway, Okay, perfect. Audio sounds good. Thank you so much, Bria. Thank you so much, Caitlin. I appreciate it. Awesome. Okay, glad to hear that. So, what was I saying? the podcast. The podcast. I don't know if you guys watch Nicole Guerrero, and I think her new last name is Keating. I've been watching her. She's like one of the first YouTubers I like ever subscribed to, and like really, and I can't believe I'm still watching her to this day. It's so amazing. Like she used to be like a beauty guru slash like hair and stuff, and now she really just uploads one video a month, and it is like, because at one point in time she went through this thing where she did this like her vlog series, and she vlogged every single day. And so the next day when it would be uploaded, and her vlogs were called Yesterday. Please tell me somebody else, Yesterdays. Please tell me somebody else watches Nicole Guerrero. You have to. Like she's an OG, and she's a tall girl, and she's in Florida. She minds her business. Like she's never in the drama. I love Nicole. So I like how she uploads, like when she basically decided to take a step back from YouTube, but she still like vlogs. And she was never really a vlogger, but like now at this point, it's like, okay, makeup tutorial is not really a thing. Hair tutorial is not really a thing, so what can she do? So she kind of went into the lifestyle realm, but she also has like now gotten married and has a baby. And so it is really nice just to like see what she's up to as like a monthly catch up. I think like in years to come, like I won't always be vlogging every week. We see that I've taken breaks many times before. So in the future, I will probably also, I like that model of not motto, I love that model of like just uploading one video a month and it just being a recap, like you vlogging throughout, but just picking up your camera, not necessarily every day, but if something happens type of thing. And I always know to expect it on the last day of the month or somewhere around the last day. And so I really like that idea of it, especially because again, you kind of get a recap of the whole month. And even though it's not that many videos, you still feel connected to her. And it's like, oh, like checking in on, like, I'm like, so-and-so is checking in. So love her. And so I had that same, I was inspired by her, influenced by her. And I was like, when I come back with my podcast, same thing. I can't do it weekly because it would just be too much with the live weekly show, as well as like vlogging weekly. It just like doing the podcast is a lot. This is not me complaining. This is just me comparing for you guys. I forgot how much work it is until I brought it back and I was like, oh snap, podcasting is way different than YouTube, because you can kind of do YouTube like in a very simple way, and like you can upload it directly to the platform, which is YouTube. But for podcasts, there's like so much to it. Like low key has a little bit of like coding to do with it, and then especially because I'm doing like the video and the audio, and then like I want to have it all in one place so that I also have it on my podcast. So it's kind of like I do a blog. Oh, that just reminded me that I had something on my to-do list that I forgot to get done before today. I wanted to bring back my newsletter because since like okay, it's okay. Is anybody here part of the newsletter gang? I went back and I saw like, oh my gosh, like when I used to send out newsletters, I think I tried to do it weekly for a while. That's when I was working at the OBGYN office. And I liked it because I was able to kind of like get out my thoughts, work on my writing, and just like update you guys when I wasn't vlogging, or I couldn't vlog as much because of like the whole doctor's office HIPAA situation. But it was a lot. Like it was a lot to write every week. And I kind of was just having that conversation today with a friend where I'm like, I'm also getting a little bit hard on myself because for a while I've been saying, I really want to like get on TikTok. I really want to start. I need to do my short form content, like blah, 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 blah. But then I was like, I need to give myself some grace because I do YouTube, but I do YouTube. Okay. I do 3 different forms of long form content on YouTube. I have obviously my weekly vlogs, and then I also have my podcast, which like I said is like a whole thing in itself. And then I also have this live interactive show. And so it's okay if I'm not on short form content. It's like not, but it is, like it's not okay because like that's where everybody is nowadays. And so I kind of like, I just need to get over there like for sponsorships and brand awareness. And like, I wouldn't have to do content videos in order to get visibility on my YouTube channel if I did TikTok, because then people would find me and then I could maybe try and transition them over to YouTube. But that's also really hard to do. But and the only reason why I care about this is because I told you guys I'm going in on my social media this year because I want to be able to have everything set that way in the future. The next season I get in, it's like I'm on autopilot. So I feel like if I don't start TikTok now when I'm in medical school, that's not the time to be trying to figure out how to post on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? 3-4 times a week you know what I'm saying? So part of me is like, okay, next thing is TikTok, but I also have a lot of other things that I want to do content creation wise with YouTube, long form content, community. So I don't know. We'll see. That's just a big brain dump. But the point is that, yeah, trying to get the podcast up this week took up a lot of time. If you guys haven't seen, I did upload a audio only podcast. I called it like the soft launch. If you guys follow me here on YouTube and you watch all my videos, it was actually the same audio that I used when I recorded my get ready with me for like my first day of work, and I kind of explained the fellowship and I did like a Q&A. So that I was like, this is actually really good content. I feel like a lot of people didn't watch it because it was a makeup video, but I think that a lot of people who would be interested in knowing how, like, where I'm at right now in life, it's a really good like life update. Thank you so much, Brianna. I appreciate that. Thanks. Words of affirmation on my jam. So I really appreciate that because, child, I've been all week. But anyway, yeah. So I be losing my train of thought, y'all. Okay, we were talking about the podcast. Podcast is coming out. I was prepping for the podcast. What was I just saying? Oh no, what was I just talking about? Oh, the 1.5 episode. Yes, so the soft launch. So even though I already had like the bulk of that audio, I also wanted to record the beginning of the audio, kind of like introducing you guys, like introducing the podcast episode and saying like how it was audio only, as well as like do my episode affirmations that I do at the end of every podcast, and like the closing and things like that. So I had that on my to-do list for probably months now. Like I filmed that video in like September. It's January. So finally, I'm like, dang, I really don't want to start uploading my new podcast episodes without that podcast episode being out because of just like timeline wise. So I then had to I said, okay, the day that I film the first podcast episode, I'm also going to film the intro for the podcast episode. And at the last community time, I told you guys, okay, the podcast is coming back on Sunday because my goal was for it to come out the last Sunday of every month, like I mentioned before, like inspired by Nicole. But then I realized, oh, wait a minute. What day is the audio going to come out? Because I filmed the audio one on Friday and I had it done by Saturday, but I was like, tomorrow's Sunday. The next episode is supposed to go out. Oh, so, as you guys saw, there wasn't like a video up on Sunday. But that's because I was doing all this podcast stuff. But technically, the new podcast episode did go up on Sunday. I was true to my word. And then tonight, the first podcast episode, the official one with the video podcast, is going to go live on YouTube. And it's actually, the audio is already live. I press submit, I press publish. That way it could be all good to go. And now I can kind of breathe until next month, even though next month's podcast episode is going to be really, really good because it's Valentine's Day. So I'm just going to say that. Well, it's going to go up after Valentine's Day, obviously, because it's going to go up on the 29th, I suppose. Or I think it'll be the Sunday, which I don't know what day that is. But just know, I'm in my love bag. Speaking of, I have decided that February is going to be my favorite month of the year because is February not Brelynn coded? Like, I love going into the stores in general. Well, I guess it's consumerism. Really, it's consumerism. How you go into the stores and it's like literally January 2nd, everything is Valentine's Day. But it's so cute because everything is pink and red and hearts. And that's literally my aesthetic, like the pink, the hearts. I'm such a lover girl. I'm such a I was about to say heartless, hopeless romantic. I haven't said that out loud in a while. I'm such a hopeless romantic. And then it's also Black History Month. I'm like, why have I never put this together? Like literally February is my month. Like this is literally, yeah. So, look at my nails. I got Valentine's Day nails. Cute. Y'all can't see, but they're all different colors. Anyway. V-Day nails. So comment what your Valentine's Day plans are. Are you guys going to be doing a Galentine's Day? Are you guys doing a solo? I've done both before. I've done a Galentine's Day date before, which I think are really fun. And I've also done a solo one. And I realized that last year, excuse me, I always have to burp when I have a mic right in front of me. But anyway, I realized last year that I didn't do anything for Valentine's Day, and it was mainly because that was the day that I got my MCAT score back. So that was all I was worried about. I was like, what's the score gonna be? What's the score gonna be? What's the score gonna be? So anyway, I'm really excited to see like what I get myself. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna do something because February is Brelynn's month. It's so Brelynn coded. So I'm excited for what this month is going to hold. But like I said a little bit earlier, I have a work trip this month. I have so many deadlines because not only is my capstone project due, also I have the presentation due. Then I also have my second research project, multiple drafts, and the final due. So it's a lot going on this month. It's going to be short, but it's going to be sweet. It's my last full month at the foundation before I transition to going on the hill, like on Capitol Hill. So I'm both like nervous and excited, and I want to like live in the moment, but I'm also kind of like, it's like a lot of things happening at once. So that's what's kind of going on in my world. I am on my last week of my fast, so I'm really excited for the fast to be over because last week I definitely had a breaking point where I was like, I'm sick of this. I'm hungry. And I think it was last Wednesday when I didn't prepare well enough. I didn't prepare my meal enough. Oh, thank you so much. Y'all, that is so sweet because do y'all know like how self-conscious I get about like wearing a bun? And I don't know why, because I danced as a ballerina for years and I wore my hair back every single day. But then I don't know, something about it, like y'all will notice I don't really wear ponytails like that. Like I hate having my hair. So when I have to wear one, I was like, ugh. Even like right now, my goal was to work on my research paper. Like I was writing, and I kind of started my day a little bit late because when you just have like a spur of like, I need to clean the house. And so I like cleaned my bathroom this morning. I did like I was like low key deep cleaning my apartment. And then I was like, I need to sit down. Like I need to start working. So I started to work. And then it was about, I told myself I was going to stop at 5:30 in order for me to do my makeup, set up everything for community time, and then start cooking dinner. That way I could eat dinner and be sat down and ready for community time. Well, that didn't happen. I didn't get up until like 6:10. And so then I was like, I only really have time to like do my makeup and then start preparing. And I'll just eat dinner after community time, which is fine. But last week when that happened, I was hangry and I couldn't really think. So I just been on go like for a while now. Why do I feel like I'm like screaming? I just see my little thing going all up to red. Anyway, I hope it's not too loud for you guys. So yes, those are my updates. Last week of the fast. Podcast soft launch is out now, and the new podcast, specifically the video podcast, is going to be releasing right after this live stream. I previously asked you guys in a vlog if you guys, when I upload like 2 videos a week, if you want it to come like on Tuesday, on Thursday, or on Wednesdays after community time, and you all said Wednesdays after community time, so that's what I'm going to do. And it's the last day of the month, so I think technically I'm still within my grounds. So the new podcast is going to come on right after this, and it'll be premiere. So if you guys want to stay around, I'll be in the chat, and I'd love to see what you guys have to say about what I'm saying. Let me check the chat, see what you guys will talk about. 30 days of no meat and no eating out. I'm so hungry. Girl, I feel that. That's a good one. No meat is hard. But I think if I could have eggs, are you doing like plant-based meat? Like, can you eat, or is it just like no meat at all? Because I will say that I could possibly, I've been a vegetarian before for actually multiple years. No, it was years ago. Okay, that's before I was like cooking for myself, and I don't even know what I was doing, child. But I don't know. I don't think I've actually mentioned this like on a public platform, but I know people personally close to me know that my family, what's the word you say? We fostered a lot when I was growing up. A few times. We had like a few. So I have like foster sisters, and one of my foster sisters, she was vegetarian, and she was older than me, and so she was, my big sister. And when she did something, I would do something. And like at the time, I didn't even really understand like what that meant or whatever. But I literally was a vegetarian for like 2 years because of her. And I don't even remember why I stopped, but I know that I can do it, but now I just don't prefer to. And with this fast, I'm like, if I could just eat breakfast, I would maybe give it up for dinner. Like if I could have eggs, and even maybe if it's not bacon, like turkey bacon. If I could have eggs and turkey bacon, or I don't know, chicken for dinner, but at least the eggs. Like the no breakfast is what was really getting me. But I will say, you guys will see it in the vlog, I don't want to give too much away because I'm like now a week behind on my vlogs, which the vlog will be coming up on Sunday. But the smoothies, I have been liking the smoothies, and I'm happy because that's part of like my new year, what I kind of wanted to do. But it's just the cold for breakfast every morning, because I either drink a smoothie or I eat fruit. I think we talked about this last week, where the oatmeal just isn't working for me. Thank you. A couple of you all did send me some recipes on Instagram, but unfortunately where I do my shopping at, which is Amazon Fresh, they didn't have like ground cinnamon. There was like an apple pie spice. They didn't have the spices that I needed. And I was like, well, that's what I need. So I'll try again later on when I'm not on my fast, especially when I can maybe add a little bit of sweeteners to it. But I think trying to be Daniel's fast compliant and doing the oatmeal, it just wasn't working. So we'll have to revisit that. But for now, breakfast is the hardest part because I just be so hungry as soon as I wake up, and then eating the cold stuff, it's not doing it for me. But I am making it through. Okay, Maureen says that she fasted for the first time ever. Finished last week and it was difficult, but definitely worth it. Yeah, fasting is definitely difficult, but congratulations. Congratulations on making it through. It's an experience for sure. Thank you. I have been trying something new with my lip combo. First of all, it's glossy. Y'all know me, I'm a matte lip girl. Unless it's like Laneige lip balm or like the Summer Fridays. Like I either want just gloss or I want like a matte lip because it just stays. And I hate to have to feel like something is on my teeth, which is how I feel when I have gloss. But when I was preparing to upload my podcast, I was looking back on previous podcasts, and there was this one lip combo, and I was like, this thing is eating down. What is that? I was like, what was that you just did? And y'all want to know the tea? Do y'all want to know what it is? But I basically have been like kind of recreating it with like different glosses and things like that. Speaking of makeup, the blush, thank you so much. I'm loving all of this like makeup teas because this is like a 10-minute face. When I tell y'all I have on concealer and blush and powder, and I filled in my brows and mascara. It's a quick like 5-minute makeup look. And my whole lip combo, which is like 5. No, it's like 3 products. Anyway, the blush is actually from Urban Decay. It is their liquid blush. I wish I could go get it, but the way that I would have to move this whole thing. But I'll upload a picture on my Instagram story if you guys want. I did unbox it and I really, really like it. Like it's like one of my favorite liquid blush shades, and it looks really good on its own. Like I don't have anything on top of it, and you can see it still looks really good. But it also looks really good like when you set it. Like it's just I really love the color. So I will show you guys on my Instagram story after this. Okay, and last thing about the fast. Plant-based, I could probably do. Plant-based and seafood, for sure. I could probably do that. So, yeah. Okay, I have 2 last updates. I haven't started reading my next book yet because I think last time we talked, I hadn't finished On the Come Up. I finished the book. I don't know what I rated it. I have to look back on my Instagram story. But when I tell you guys that I actually want to decrease my rating after having watched the movie, because I was like, wait a minute, why was The Hate You Give like one of my 5-star reads of the year, my favorite book that I read last year, and the movie was the best book to movie pipeline that I watched so far, and yet, child, and the book was good. The book, I was like, okay, this is, different than The Hate You Give, but it was still good. I still liked it. I think I maybe gave it like a 4.7, 4.5, 4.75 or whatever. But after watching the movie, That movie was so ghetto. It was so ghetto. And I'm so disappointed. I was like, what is going on here? First of all, the book and the movie, it was not the same. It was nowhere near the same. The plot, everything was so different. I was like, okay. It got to a point where so much was different where I had to just be like, Brelynn, this is you just watching a new movie. You were just watching the new movie. And I was watching it while I was taking out my braids. So I literally was kind of just like, what is this? Like, I was just upset. I feel like maybe if I would have watched it without reading the book, maybe it would have been a better movie. But knowing how good the book was, I was like, this movie does not hold a candle. And although the second book, or the book by the same, even like, it's not really a trilogy. I thought it was a trilogy, but as I mentioned last week, On the Come Up is really just in the same world as The Hate U Give, but it's like all new characters, so it's not a continuation of the story, which is interesting. I wonder why the author decided to do that. But anyway, I loved the book. I really liked the book, but the movie, it wasn't horrible, but child, there's a reason why it was only available on Amazon. And I was upset that I paid my $3 for it. Like, that's how bad. Low keys. Please tell me somebody has watched the movie or has read the book. Please tell me somebody. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Please tell me somebody has watched it. But I will say that I did end up watching The Color Purple. I watched the movie. But we talked about that, right? Because I watched that on Sunday. That was the Sunday before. Yes. Okay. So The Color Purple, I did my movie review. I was definitely confused. So next up, I'm going to watch the old Color Purple. But yeah, the book to movie pipeline is so interesting. On my March TBR, because like I said, I haven't started my February TBR yet because I just finished my On the Come Up, and then I've been working either content stuff, YouTube stuff, or my actual job. Like, this month I don't have time to forget that I'll be working, because I've been working like every day. Like last week I worked Monday, which I know sounds so like, y'all, this is the best gap year I've ever had in my life. Okay. There are no complaints over here. Y'all see, I'm glowing. I'm very happy. But like I said, as I kind of close out my rotation on the foundation side, I like, things are really starting to pick up. You know, it's kind of like final season when like all of a sudden you have everything due at the same time. So yeah, that's really how it is. But I recommend the book, but I don't recommend the movie. That's how I'm feeling right now. Oh, okay. So Alexandria says that she watched it and read the book. They're different, but if you don't try to compare them, the movie is good. Okay, maybe that's the problem. I've been trying. I've been trying not to compare when I watch the movie and the book, but I just want to see what I read. I don't want the different. Like, I think the main thing that tripped me up was her best. Well, first of all, let me just say this. The biggest problem was that they cut out the entire love character. Her whole boyfriend, Alexandria, please tell me you're with me. She had a whole boyfriend. Who grew the plot, like who grew during the plot of the book, and they ended up being together at the end. And so she had her two best friends. One of them were gay, and they were having like a love thing, like on virtually online. They changed that whole thing to like it being in person. I was like, okay, I can see how. What I'm realizing is when you go from the book to the movie is that if there's any side characters who have like a subplot, they don't get that subplot anymore. It has to fit into the main plot of the main character. If it can't fit into the main plot, it's getting cut. That's what I am noticing, which makes sense and it's fair, because unlike, you know, for TV shows, so there's like an A plot and a B plot, you can have a whole side character kind of have like their own main character moment. In movies, there are no B plots. So if it doesn't have to do with the main character, we can't go back and forth. Like, we can't have parallel stories for movies, which is why books are so good, because they have like these multiple things going on at the same time. But for books, like, it's like, I mean, for books multiple at the same time. For movies, it's like, this is the storyline and we're sticking to it. But yeah, I cannot believe they just completely got rid of her boyfriend. I wanted to see what he looked like. Like, I wanted to see, like, I told you guys, I'm in my hopeless romantic era. I wanted to feel the love. I wanted to see how she was going to connect with him. I wanted to see like a Black young girl like fall in love. And although she did end up like, you know, dating the other boy, but that was supposed to be her best friend, and they were supposed to not be together, and he was supposed to be with somebody else, and she was supposed to be with somebody else, and it didn't happen. Like, the whole thing just didn't happen. So yeah, I didn't really enjoy that. But otherwise, we can move on because we are ending this live at 8 p.m. so that the podcast can come out. Are y'all okay with me talking for 2 hours? But okay, that was that. Tea time, like I mentioned, I am still fasting, so we're doing the water with lemon again. I don't like miss my tea. I miss caffeine. The first thing I'm gonna do, I will tell you guys, this is the last thing for my own personal updates. I have been thinking about what am I going to eat as soon as my fast is over. And I'm trying to be careful. Like last time after I finished my fast, I literally ate out for like 3 weeks straight because I was like, oh, I miss McDonald's. I want pasta. I want steak. I want chicken. I want and I just was eating out like every single meal. Or I was like cooking things that were super unhealthy and I don't want that. So I'm trying to think of one good meal that I can have that will slowly, um, you know, enter me back into the real world. So, but I will say my workouts have been, they go on and off. Like sometimes they are really hard without pre-workout. And just in general, like being so busy and having like long days, it would be very helpful if I had caffeine. And I really have found comfort in my teas. So I'm really looking forward to my teas, my caffeine. And I decided that my first meal is going to be pasta with shrimp and steak. And then I'm going to have like steak the next day on the side. So yeah. Thank you so much, Kendra, for listening to, welcome girl. It's okay. Better late than never. Thank you for listening to the first podcast. Did you watch the YouTube video as well? Or was it all new for you? I would love to know if people were like, what, you talked about this before? Or if you were like, oh, okay, this sounds familiar. And also, did it hit different when you heard it than when you watched it? I'd love to know. Ooh, you loved the Color Purple movie Broadway adaptation. Oh, you love the soundtrack to the movie as well. I feel like there's like 5 different type of Color Purples that I have to watch, so it's on my list. I'm definitely gonna watch one of them soon. But I also need to get my reading book because like I told you guys, I have those 3 books in my TBR, and so yeah, tomorrow starts Love Month, and I'm gonna start my romance. Yay! I'm super excited. Okay, okay, I'm gonna take a sip. Because child, we about to spill the tea. Now, I will not lie to you guys, because I have just been so busy with life. I've been seeing what's going on, but I have no idea what is going on with this Nicki Minaj Meg Thee Stallion beef. Comment down below, what do you think? Because the girlies are fighting. So I decided that I'm basically just going to do my research on this live with you all to figure out what's going on and react live. Oh, see, Leslie, that's the thing. It's either one or the other. Either you're scared. Like I know somebody who they did the fast and then they literally have decided not to eat pork or beef since the fast last year. So they're basically like not completely plant-based because like chicken and seafood and stuff, but it's like you can really like make some lifestyle changes when you're like, oh, it's not that bad. I just want to not eat out as much. But I will say that I do feel like I'm eating out kind of a lot because I'll order Chipotle. I've realized that you can have like vegan ramen and they have a kale noodle, which is bomb. So there's that. And then in the vlog, I also show you guys like one time I went out to lunch with my coworkers and or my co-fellows, and I really didn't want to like miss out because like the girl time and the bonding and stuff. But I had like this nasty bean burger. It was not good, but I just wanted to be outside. But anyway, yeah, I don't want to like go completely back to like eating out 12 times a week. But I also want to still eat the foods that I like. Mainly, like I said, the caffeine, breakfast foods, a nice dinner roll wouldn't hurt nobody. No, I don't even need bread that much. But like my little tortilla rolls for my wraps, stuff like that. When you're driving or in the gym on the treadmill. Oh, if I'm on the treadmill, I'll watch. Makes sense. Okay, so you listened to the soft launch. But have you watched the original video or did you only listen to the soft launch? You know what I'm talking about? Because I said it was a video first. Okay, yes. So, I meant to show you guys this. The new website has been updated. So if you guys haven't seen, this is the, or where's it at? This is the new cover art for A Work in Progress, the podcast. I'm so excited. Isn't it so cute? You guys will see, if you like, please go to my Instagram after this, because I will show you guys kind of my vision as to why this is. Okay, only listen. Thank you, Kendra, for your feedback. I'm just doing some field research while you're here. Yes, so the podcast, I'm not centered. Here I am. Okay. So yes, the podcast, the soft launch went up on Sunday, but the video podcast is coming up after this. So I'm so excited for you guys to listen to it. If you've never been to my website before, this is it. This is BrelynHunt.com. And if you guys, this is the main page here, since we're doing a little tour. I spent a lot of time doing this stuff. And there are some people who definitely like come to my website. I can tell by the way that they like email me and stuff like that. But yeah, this is my website. So everything is here. I have my bio here. I have, if you want to go to my YouTube channel, the podcast, B Squared, or my apparel. Don't forget, y'all, I do sell merch, Beauty and Brains apparel, and as well as like Birth Equity for All, my Amazon storefront. Like literally, this is the catch-all for all things Brelynn. So if you want to go to my podcast, this is the page here. And every YouTube video, or like whenever I post the link on my Instagram, I send it here because you guys can see these are all the previous podcasts that I've done. So this is the soft launch one. It's called Resilient Dreamer, Navigating Delays, Denials, and the Beautiful Chaos of Progress. And the new podcast, which is it's already live right now if you guys want to listen to it. But if you want to watch it, it's going up after this. This is what it's about, grieving the life I planned. And what I really like about the website is that you can either listen to it right here on the website, or if you listen to it on Spotify, it's here. If you listen to it on Apple Podcasts, it's here. And if you want to watch the YouTube, it's here. So I literally do this for every single podcast. And this is like I'm saying, like it's a whole blog post. Like it low-key takes a lot of work to do all of this. Also, comment down below where you listen to your podcast. Do you listen to it? So, like for me personally, I have certain podcasts that I only watch on YouTube, and then there are some that I really only listen to, and then there's some where no matter what, you ding ding ding, you got it right, Aaliyah. Because season 2 of A Work in Progress is titled Almost There, and you'll hear more about why I titled it that in this podcast episode. But yeah, I tried to make sure that I have like the big 3 in regards to where you listen to your podcast at. So I have Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and then I recently just added it to Amazon Music and iHeartRadio. But like I said, I also have it on YouTube. So I think Spotify and Apple Podcasts and YouTube are the main 3. Google Podcasts is no longer a thing, so I don't have it on there anymore. But yeah, I just wanted to know, where do you guys listen to the podcast at? Because, child, it's up. It's up if you're listening to it. But yeah, so I'm super excited about the new cover art. That's also what I was working on this week. Oh, child, but it's up. It is up. Finally. Okay, are the newsletters coming back? Oh, child, I haven't, wait. Okay, yes, you can still order my merch. Beautyandbrainsapparel.com is up and running. I haven't done any like new merch, but if you want the OG stuff, you can still purchase it. Beautyandbrainsapparel.com. There are still people, like, I get orders and I be like, oh, okay. And I appreciate that. I need to talk about it more in my videos, but y'all see I got so much stuff going on. Are the newsletters coming back? Not weekly, but the goal is to do a newsletter along with every podcast upload. So it would be once a month at the end of the month. That was supposed to have gone live today, but it was on my to-do list and I didn't get it done. So I apologize. Maybe next month. Remind me. Because like I said, I got a lot of things going on. I love watching the podcast videos. It makes it feel more like FaceTime. I love that. I appreciate that. I agree. I feel the same. Mackenzie says she watches on YouTube. I appreciate you. Okay, cool. Apple Podcasts. Okay, so a lot of YouTube makes sense. Um, cool. So as long as I'm set on YouTube, then I'm good to go. Sounds good. I'm very curious if I should. Oh, if you re-listen. Oh, you re-listen. That's so sweet. Thank you. Okay, cool. So as long as we're set on Apple Podcasts, I personally listen on Apple Podcasts as well. I think the only one who I listen to on Spotify is Emma Chamberlain because she's podcast exclusive. Spotify. What did I just say? Okay, child. Y'all, I need to hurry up. I have 15 minutes. Um, and we have to talk about this beef. Where do I even start? Okay. Nicki Minaj versus Meg the Stallion. When they are long, I save them for a long ride. I love listening. Thank you so much, Kendra. I appreciate that. Okay, child. Because I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. Okay, let's watch this video. Commercial? Wait, let's first, can everybody hear?
Minaj and the one and only Megan the Stallion. In the world of music over the weekend, two of the biggest female hip-hop stars, I just told you who they are, reignited their years-long beef. And to say it has gotten very, very personal would be an understatement. The two have been trading diss tracks about each other and started last Friday when Megan released Hiss, which some believed was a diss against Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty. You can see right there.
Okay. I'm going to take your advice, Mackenzie. Mackenzie says start by listening to Meg's new song. So I'm scared because I've heard and okay, mind y'all, I am a barb. Okay, I'm a barb through and through. Oh, look, Nia Sanchez. She just started a podcast. Oh, sorry, y'all got my whole business out here. She just started a podcast with her husband. And if y'all don't know, she was Miss USA 2013, I think. 2012 or 2013. And she has, anyway, okay, y'all see that. Next, Meg the Stallion Hiss. All right. Also, here are my thoughts before having consumed anything. One, I am a Nicki stan. Are you a Nicki? I'm a Nicki stan. So she can do no wrong in my eyes. So I apologize in advance because I'm probably going to be biased. That's one. Two, from what I can tell, the fact that Megan has ooh, okay, Rhea says that she's a barb too, but she don't know about this one. Okay, you don't know because you don't know if her replies were good or it's because Nicki took it too far. Because I heard that she took it too far and that is ooh, I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm not a fan of Meg. I'm not a fan, but obviously black women supporting black women, but she's not my personal favorite. And from what I can see, the fact that she has a whole music video means that she was planning on this being a thing. So I think that if I was premeditating and I was knowing that I'm going to take a hit at the biggest rapper of all time, while she's on a world tour for her new album, etc., everybody say Nicki went too far. Oh my gosh, no, I'm so nervous. Oh no. The kerfuffle. Kerfuffle? Girl, what is that? No, that's hilarious. Okay, I have to hurry up, y'all. I have 15 minutes. I was talking too much today. Okay. I just think that the fact that she has this whole music video, and so I'm thinking if her response is lowball, then maybe it's because, oh wait, Nicki started it. Wait a minute. So how did Nicki start it? I thought his started it. So what did Nicki do to start it? Let me know because we need to watch that one first or listen to that one first. I thought the live was after his. because this looks premeditated. And I thought then Nicki responded by being on Instagram Live. And then after Instagram Live, she released a song. Okay, we've got to listen to Hiss, and then we have to listen to Bigfoot. The song addressed everybody, not just Nicki. A hit dog will holler. That is absolutely 100% true. However, let's not pretend like Nicki don't do this every calendar year, okay? If you just say female, she gonna be like, you talk about me? Like, Nicki just be mad, okay? And I don't care because I love her. Okay. Let's watch a music video.
A pack for your fanny?
Hold on, I don't want to watch these commercials. And I'm going to be pausing it so that I don't get copyrighted. Okay.
Shit off by saying, fuck y'all. I ain't gotta clear my name.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. First of all, I do not condone what this is about to be because I already know both of them are vulgar, but definitely Megan, which is why I don't like Megan, because she's very vulgar. So that's just one thing. All right, let's get into it.
Name on a motherfucking thing. Every time I get mentioned, one of y'all bitch ass niggas get 24 hours of attention. I'm finna get this shit off my chest and lay it to rest. Let's go. And if the beat live, ay, I feel like Meharry Carey. Got these niggas so obsessed. My pussy so famous.
Wait a minute. I need the, what's it called? Can we put closed captions on? Thank you so much, because you have to wait. There's a lot happening. Just read the lyrics. But I want to see the visuals. Because yeah, this is a lot. Okay. Let's rewind. We can do this. We're big girls. We can do this. Okay.
I feel like Meharry Carey. Got these niggas so obsessed. My pussy so famous might get managed by Kris Jenner next. He can't move.
Okay, good first line. We've got Mariah Carey, obsessed. I've got it. Managed by Kris Jenner. Cool. No beef.
Can't let it go. He hook nose full of that Tina Snow. And since niggas need making help to make money, bitch, come be my hoe. All of you bitches.
Okay. Men need help. Money. Okay.
We gonna Bible. I can shit for a North confine you. I can never be judged by a bitch that was dancing, making R. Kelly go viral. Hey, I'm sexy.
Judged by a girl who was dancing, making on a pole, making R. Kelly go viral. Who was that about? You said you're a barb, but these lyrics have you shook. I think it's the way that Megan raps that is so offensive to me. Like, y'all saw the way she started that music video. I'm okay. Let me take off my church hat. When I'm in the car with my mom, she's one of those people where like you have to play either like 90s R&B or the clean version of songs, because she'll be like, ooh, and you be like, girl, it's just a song. That's how I feel when I listen to Meg. I feel like a 50-year-old woman who's like, the music industry nowadays. Like, it's just too much. You have to play it for the culture, the experience, and also because you haven't seen it. Okay, I love this. Who was she talking about on the poll though? Who was she talking about on the poll making R. Kelly? Is that a Cardi diss, or I have no idea. I'm not into rap. I'm into Nicki Minaj.
See, it's fucking, I'm freaky. Get whoever I want any meanie. Why the fuck would I stay with a nigga that's weak in the sheets and don't know how to please me? Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Say he fuck Megan and now he the topic. These niggas thinking they lowered the value.
Okay, I know that's a diss to her ex. Let me tell you what. The reason why Megan is dissing everybody is because her whole man turned on her. And again, I don't even know what's going on because it's not my business, because I don't care about Megan. But when your man, like, do y'all remember when Aaliyah's Face's boyfriend did that? Which is why she don't be showing her boyfriend face now. Because that is the most embarrassing thing ever, when you show your man and then he has the audacity to get back on the internet that you created, your internet, and then try and talk about you to everybody else. Like, that's so embarrassing. Okay, okay, we can't figure out the pole line. I'm about to say, what's going on? We've got some. Okay, so no one can figure that out. There's probably a famous Cardi video with her dancing to. Or no, Megan and Cardi are friends, are they? Look, I can't keep up. But is it a Nicki diss? What did he do? Listen, I don't really know, but I think they were together and then they broke up, and then he created a song. I think he was trying to. Was he trying to rap? Sing? He was trying to do something, child. Okay, I gotta get back to this. Sorry, y'all. I'm on a clock, but R. Kelly equals Nicki's husband. T. Okay, so it's not about Cardi. Okay. Okay. Now that I heard about. That line. What is Megan's Law? The federal law notifies the public about certain information on registered sex offenders. Meaning that one was about Nicki. I heard about that one. Okay. I don't like it. Maybe I should look up a TikTok. I should look up a TikTok of somebody explaining it, because I don't want to watch the rest of this. I actually really like this dress. I know. But for a music video, if you're going to be half naked, like, it does give. Y'all goofy assholes look so dumb every time y'all celebrate fake news. I saw this and I was like, this is cute. Like, the concept is there. Okay, the visuals are visualing. I'm not gonna lie. This is cute. Using my name for likes and views. I don't give a fuck what y'all. I just don't like how she's talking right here, but she stayed talking like this. Let me stop talking about it. Bitch, I still win. Nigga, ain't you here? I ain't scared of dick. Any man go against me, I handle shit. I'm a Teflon done in the courtroom. Never throwing that dirt, don't shit stick. All these little rap niggas so fraud. So intense. It's just so intense. I feel like she's punching me in the chest while she's rapping. My God. Ah. They hardest bars. These niggas hate on BBL and be walking around with the same scars. Real curvy, no etching. Niggas fight to get in my section. Don't speak on my body count if the dick ain't worth coming back for seconds. Cosplay, gangsta. Okay. Fake ass accents. Posted in another nigga hood like a bad pig. I'm a big dog bitch, can't live since me. Hoes get views when they tryna diss me. Make one move, got them in the tizzy. Killing shit, that's why they tryna rip me. Still going hard with the odds against me. These niggas don't have fans, they bots. These bitches don't have ass, they shot. Alright, let's look up his breakdown TikTok. Here we go. Oh, 7 minutes. We ain't got 7 minutes. I am stressed. That was about Drake. Child. Oh, not login.
I've always wanted to break down a Megan Thee Stallion video because I think there's so much hidden imagery that's like underappreciated in her videos. So let's get into it with his. So the music video starts off with her inside of an egg, and it's kind of reminiscent of some imagery that she used in the Cobra video, which was her like shedding her skin, coming out, emerging. I think it's like her, finally breaking out of her shell through all of this traumatic events and everything that's happened to her, but it shaped her into the woman and the artist and the rapper that she's meant to be. Here we have her inside of the egg, and she's bound up by the Japanese art form shibari, where it...
Do we want to watch this one? Because I feel like she's giving a lot of, I want to know... Okay, let's watch a little bit of Nicki. Yeah, I need that for my 5 minutes, right? Okay, so what's Nicki's called? Dickie Bigfoot. It's just audio. Yeah, she ain't got a video because she didn't get time.
Been trill, been doing it, been at it. Your flow is such a bore. Drinking a bottle of honey through the straw. Bitch, you.
Look, I'm like, it's a hit already. It's a hit already. Woo! Okay. All right. Let me focus. We ain't got time.
Really stop the dialogue. So I hit call and buy your catalog. Sigh. How you fucking mother Mary when she died? How you gonna get?
Huh? I may have to look up the lyrics. Because what are we talking about? Here we go. Bigfoot lyrics. Let's do this one.
Been trill, been doing it, been at it. Your flow is such a bore. Drinking
break this down. Your flow is such a bore. Drinking a bottle of Henny through a straw. You better stop that dialogue.
a bottle of honey through a straw. Bitch, you better stop the dialogue. So I hit call and buy your catalog. You gon' get a king and can't cry. Child, bye. Big foot, but you still a small fry. Swearing on your dead mother when you lie.
Okay, so immediate pause. Okay, so is this the line that's getting everybody upset? Is this the she took it too far line? Is this it? Speak now, forever hold your peace. She did too much. She did too much. She called her husband R. Kelly. I mean, I'm biased. I am. Is this a line? Please tell me.
Hey yo, this little begging whore talking about Megan's Law. For a free beat, you get hit Megan Raw. If you go
Okay.
Megan jaw, shot stone, but I still ain't let Megan soar. Bad bitch, she like 6 foot. I call her Bigfoot. The bitch fell off. I said, get up on your good foot.
I'm sorry, this is a really good beat. Because without even listening to it, I'm like, the peanut dance from the Proud Family. She needs to dig her mama from her grave. Oh my. Oh my. Oh no. Okay.
Still ain't top red ruby. Trying to steal the source. I said, get up on my coat. But really, I'm a city pie. P-R-T-T-Y, but I'm P-E-T-T-Y.
P-R-T-T-Y, but I'm P-E-T-T-Y. I like it. 2-minute warning. Oh no, we've got 30 seconds. Okay, let me fast forward. I'm gonna miss it. Ooh, how about I just look at the lyrics? I don't think you want the next installment of this song. I know the most attention you've ever gotten one. Okay, Nikki's ready. If you don't want to apologize to your mama in 24 hours, it's going to get uglier than Ken Barbie. What? When did Meg? What? Oh. But she says that she don't think that it's funny to speak about people's families. I do think that talking about her dead mom, like your mother, we all play the reindeer game. Soon as your nose heals and as soon as she's not rapping, the end is just her talking. Well, I will say, again, from my biased standpoint, that this, from what I know about Nikki, it very much so seems like she was like, let me just get on the beat and kill it real quick. I'm about to... It was giving like 2-3 takes max. She was like giving a hard beat. She found a beat and that was it. Like I said, Megan, she has a whole music video. She probably was in the studio for who knows how long. You know what I'm saying? Like she heard it over and over again. She went back. She added a bar, like entendres. Like, yes, Nikki probably could have done better. But we're not going to act like she's not the better rapper. That's not what we're going to do. We're not going to lie. But, okay. Maybe we have to... I have to continue to do... Okay. Listen, I trust y'all opinion, okay? If y'all say that she went too far and that it was more than the music, but it was her lives, I trust y'all. So who here is no longer a Nicki Minaj fan because of this? You in the back. She was on live for 24 hours? Oh, she tweeted it before she released the song. That's tea. Interesting. There's a lot to this. I have to do more of my research, and we will reconvene next week on Community Time. But it is 8:02, and I promised you all the video podcast would go live. So I will join you guys. First of all, make sure you like this if you haven't yet. Share it with a friend. What? Tiana, no, you didn't. Since Miley was good, that was hilarious. That's what I'm saying. This is what Nicki is. This is what Nicki does. She does realize her stardom, but she doesn't care. Uh-oh, what just happened? Oops, I just pressed something. It's okay. If you were never Barb, I can see how she went too far. I'm still a Nicki stan. I just think that she went too far, especially someone her age. Everybody will talk about age. You don't get... Whatever. Listen. I'm going to listen to the rest of the songs. I'm do my research, and I'm sure more will pop off. My eyelashes look so long today. My eyelashes are giving. Please don't blay. Your fave could never. Anyway, let me go. The podcast. Live video podcast is going up after this. So meet me in the live chat because it's premiering, and I'll chat to you guys over there. And we could talk about what I'm talking about. And otherwise, have a great rest of your week, a great rest of your evening. I'll be back with a vlog on Sunday, and then we will talk about all this some more after I do my research for Community Time next week. I love y'all. Thanks for being here. I had such a great time today, and I can't wait to talk to you guys more later. Oh, and go on Instagram and like the cover photo because it's officially on Instagram. You guys can see the almost there inspiration. Okay, love y'all. Bye.